Hello everyone, welcome to Creatrix YouTube channel, my dear friends. We have today with us Lokesh Nagar and Akshika Singh. And the best part is these two guys are from Niti, Mumbai, and they have graduated. They have qualified GATE in the year 2022. That is very, very recently. And why we have with us them today? The reason is because they are from Niti. They are going to tell us a lot about Niti College, the opportunities, and everything that you should know before applying to this particular college. So let me tell you a bit more in detail. Lokesh, he has done his BTech from FRC Rodriguez Institute of Technology, Mumbai University. He wrote the GATE electrical paper in the year 2022, and his GATE score was 796 and his rank was 247. Then we have Akshika Singh, BTech colleges IERT Allahabad. She wrote the GATE exam in instrumentation in the year 2022. She got a GATE score of 752 and a rank of 83. Now, why is this interesting? Because Akshika has written GATE exam in instrumentation, and nowadays, because you can write GATE exam in more than one stream, that is two stream, so many electrical as well as EC students prefer to write the exam in instrumentation. So if you are getting a decent score, a decent rank in instrumentation, then also you can go to Niti. So that is a very, very interesting opportunity to explore. So at first, I would like to welcome Lokesh and Akshika.
Thank you, sir. Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
So my first question will be directed to Lokesh. Lokesh, you got 247 rank in electrical, right? And generally at this rank, what I have seen is that students either opt for top IITs or they opt for PSUs. So why this very unconventional choice of going for a management course in Niti, Mumbai?
Sir, my journey of Niti started back in my college when I was in the final year. So we were given a elective. We were given a few electives. So I chose a elective of operation research. So that was the time I got very much interested into operation research and this field of supply chain. That was the time I got introduced to supply chain for the first time. Once I completed my engineering in 2020, I worked as a procurement engineer at a railway electrification firm. And since procurement is a major part of supply chain, so I got to learn a lot about supply chain from my peers. So I had my manager was a procurement manager. She was working for the last 4 to 5 years in supply chain, and from there I got to know about the opportunities supply chain and operations have in India. So that was the reason, and since I was already preparing for GATE, so that was the reason I chose to join Niti.
Okay. So Lokesh, as you told that you were interested in supply chain, so like what was your aim that since you were already working in the procurement department, like what were you aiming that if you join Niti and you graduate from Niti, where do you want to reach in your career in that sense?
Sir, if I look for my career, I want to reach to one of the CXO's position and in a MNC. So once I reach there I will have a lot of power to implement a few changes in any company, let it be a retail industry or in the FMCG industry. So once we get there, then won't be any restrictions on how I implement the work. And once I have this opportunity to learn, to explore, it will be a great thing.
Okay. So, guys, as you heard, what the main aim of Lokesh is to make an impact in an industry and not just work at a ground level. And that is a very, very good aim. And Niti is helping him achieve that. Now, Akshika, coming to you, you wrote the GATE paper in instrumentation. So, it was that your primary preference or was that your secondary paper?
So my secondary paper was instrumentation. My primary was electronics. So I got a better score in instrumentation, and NIIT accepts all kind of GATE scores and all subjects. There is open for all. So I applied here from instrumentation.
But generally, Akshika, what I've heard is Niti is quite a bit popular in mechanical students. How come being an electronics engineer? Because electronics people mostly prefer to go for VLSI. So why
Yes.
this unconventional choice of going for Niti?
So because after preparing for GATE, I even got offers from most of the top IITs for MTech as well as for VLSI. But after searching through my options, I found that doing it in supply chain or operation management field will be a better option for me, because this industry is not very known for girls also. But many people think that this is a boy-driven industry or male-driven industry, but that is not true. We have many of our alums, many of our female alums working in the top CXOs position. So this is one of the best thing, as Lokesh said, we can be a CXO from here in the management, top management companies and top supply chain companies. And for sir, that it is a mechanical domain field, so it is not true. Here in our college also, there are many people from very different background and very different BTech branches.
Okay. And one thing I would like to add, that nowadays what I am seeing the change in our country is that no field is now restricted to only boys. Girls are entering each and every field, and they are doing extremely well in that sense. So I think our country right now is kind of breaking the shackles, breaking the stereotypes that were already there. And girls are at the forefront of breaking such kind of stereotypes. My next question will be to both of you. First, I would direct it to Lokesh. Since you have now entered the supply chain operation research, this is not something that is directly related to electrical. So,
Yes, sir.
how were you able to make a choice that you have to leave your core competency, that is electrical, and move to something that is more of a management kind of a thing? And that is like industrial and operation research is something that very close to mechanical engineers. So, how did you make that decision?
So the point you said that the course is very much related to mechanical engineers, that is somewhat true, but not completely true, because I have seen my friends who are from different backgrounds of engineering, let it be textile, agriculture, electronics, computer science, IT. So those students are also doing well and at par with mechanical graduates. Now looking at my decision of leaving my background of electrical and getting into managerial side is because of my ambitions. Since I have told you that I wanted to reach to a certain level in the corporate hierarchy. So being in the technical field, especially in the core technical field, would take me a lot of time when I get into managerial position. So but this knowledge of my being electrical engineer doesn't get waste. While I was working in railway electrification industry in my past work ex, so since it was a electrification industry, my knowledge of transformers, insulators, and my entire knowledge of circuit breakers and everything was there into use. So there I was a position there I was in such a position that I was adding value to my firm, not only in the technical sense but also in the commercial sense. So this only helps one to grow in the career.
And what about you, Akshika?
So in the sense, I have not left my field because, as you can see in supply chain also, we all know that semiconductor supply chain is the biggest supply chain. So we are seeing each and every field in this domain in our supply chain and operation research map program. So and also companies from various fields are coming. So in any company, there are 2-3 departments, right? The first department is a technical department, then we have the management department. So the companies which I will be getting from MTech, I'm getting the same companies here as well, with the same salaries and same packages. So and here I will be able to explore much more than my technical field. I will be able to explore other fields also. So it will give me a diverse portfolio.
So one thing that I would like to tell you students is basically, beta, whenever you are switching the field or whenever you are going in the management side, you guys are very reluctant because you are leaving your core competency. But as we heard from Lokesh and Akshika, you are not actually leaving your core competency, but you are making a better use of it. Because once you have a management degree and a degree which places you in the top management of any company, then not only your technical knowledge will be put to use, but you will also be the decision makers, you'll also be the change makers, and your technical knowledge will help you a lot in that, because unless you have a technical knowledge about anything, you can't make a decision on that basis. Like in electrical, if you are purchasing a transformer, you cannot purchase a transformer until you know what are the quality parameters of it. And as Akshika told, semiconductor supply chain, you need to understand what is semiconductor, what is the quality parameter, which is a better semiconductor, how do you judge a performance. All these things, until you know technically, you can't directly talk to any vendor, else they'll make a fool out of you. You cannot procure anything, you cannot get into the supply chain. So this is a kind of a cliche, I would say, that once you enter management, you are leaving your technical knowledge. But rather than that, what you can do, if you enter into management, you can selectively choose companies where you can make use of your technical knowledge, and at the same time you can use your management skills to get at the top management level. Now, Akshika, in general, how does one get into NITI? What is the selection procedure?
So in general, in NIIT, first we have to fill the application form. The application form will be a little big for some of the MTech students because we have to write essays here. But the application form is open, and it is the deadline is till 5th April this year. And according to the GATE score, first we get a shortlist, and after the shortlist, there are interviews going on. There will be interviews, and on that, in basis of interview, we will be getting our open merit rank and our NIIT in NIIT. So, sir,
Okay.
in NIIT, interview is a very big part. Like 50% of our program will be, or 50% of our selection will be only on interview. And apart from that, work ex also matters. Even 10, 12, and graduation percentages also matter here. Gate score is a small part of it. So even though some people have less gate score and they get a shortlist, they have a very high chance of converting it with the help of interview.
Okay. So, Akshika, if I summarize, you have your 10th score, 12th score, GATE score, and
Yes, sir.
50% weightage will be given to your interview. And
Yes,
when you are applying, you have to also write essays as well, so that they can see your writing expression skills of that sort. So now, Akshika, what is the interview like? If I appear in front of a NITI interview panel, what are the things that they are actually looking for in a candidate?
so in a NET interview panel, they are looking for generally for an all-rounder candidate. Apart from the technical knowledge, we should have a good grasp on our society as well as the current affairs and news. So for my knowledge, in my interview, I was asked about the recent news at that time. What were the things happening, that COVID era, everything. We asked about that. We were also asked about a final year BTech project, and even about our internships as well as some of the subjects. They usually ask what is your favorite subject or something like that, and from there they will start. The process is very smooth, and the panel is also very, very friendly. They start from very basics and they start from there.
And Akshika, would language be a barrier in a NITI interview? Because some of the students that I have seen, they are not very comfortable expressing in English. So does that become a barrier?
No, sir. Language is never a barrier. You just have to communicate yourself. In any language, you just have to make your point clear. So language is never a barrier. And even though some people does not have good communication skills, after coming to NITI, we have our courses, we have our programs, and as well as group discussions and everything before our summer internships. So they are gonna strengthen it there.
And what is the general timeline like? Like when do the applications open? When does the interview is conducted? And when is the admission start or the courses start?
So this year the application form is till 5th April. I think till April, and there will be interviews. And after that, we will get our results in May, mid-May, or May 3rd week. And our admission process will start by mid-June. And the classes start by June end or first week of July.
Okay. So basically, guys, the applications are right now open. If you are interested, you should definitely apply for it. The second thing is your classes will be conducted in July and the interviews at the end of April. So you still have 1.5 months to cover for interview. And the best part is they'll be asking you about something that you know. That is your internship, that is your BTech project. So make sure whatever you are writing in your resume, as I have repeated multiple times, you know each and everything about it. Don't overhype your resume. Don't write unnecessary things in your resume that will later on come back to bite you, because in the interview you will tell, sir, it has been a long time, I don't remember this. That creates a very, very negative impact. Write only about the things that you know well, your internship, your BTech project, and any additional skills that you might have acquired. And also you must have a knowledge about the current happenings around the world. I think nowadays it's very easy to get that knowledge, because a lot of educators on YouTube are creating such great content. Like I know personally an educator called Prashant Dhawan. He creates a video on world affairs. Those are very interesting video. You can easily grasp that. So no need to worry about it. Now, Akshika, coming back to the NITI college, once your classes start in July, what is the general curriculum like? What all you guys have to learn?
So we have to learn very much. We have to learn everything. For example, our classes will be in daytime. In the night time or in the evening time, we will have our group discussions. We will have practice of group discussion as well as interviews, because in July our classes start and in September our summer internships start. So we have approximately 2.5 to 3 months to do it. So that's why there will be very rigorous schedule for the starting 2, 3 months. It's like you start at a very rigorous schedule, and after that it is pretty chill. After that, after you get a SIP or internship in a very good company, the pressure is reduced. Like the pressure is reduced by 80%. You just have to focus on your education, and as well as the summer internship, which will happen at the next year in April, May.
Okay. And Lokesh, if I ask about Niti, what are the various branches or the various domains in which a student can get admitted to?
So, sir, first of all, so sorry for the technical glitch. Sir, NITI has various of courses to offer, starting from PGDIE, PGDIM, PGDSM, DGMP, VLFM, and fellow program. But from GATE, students can get admission into PGDIE as well as PGDSM.
And what are these courses about? Like our students won't know about PGD, IE or SM.
Okay, so if we look for PGDIE, so PGDIE is basically an MBA program like in all other IMs, and for now for PGDIE students, we will have to do a major in supply chain and operations. Whereas when we get in second year, we will get an opportunity to do a major in any other subject. So that can be marketing, finance, business strategy, data analytics, or anything. But we have to do supply chain and operations as one of our majors. In sustainability, that is PGDSM, Postgraduate Diploma in Sustainability Management. So that course is completely around the ESG principles, the environmental social governance. It also works upon the different sustainability aspects of businesses, and how managers can basically add value to any company with the sustainability aspects.
Okay. So guys, there are two courses. I think PGDIE is more relevant because today we have with us both the people from PGDIE, I believe. And that is more lucrative as an option because you can get into supply chain and you can decide your second major as well. So that way you can get into any company on the management side, like you can get into finance, you can get into strategy and everything. And there you actually get to be the decision makers. Now, Lokesh and Akshika, basically, you might have seen your seniors getting placed. What is the general expectation in both these courses? Like, what is the min package, what is the max package, and what is the average package that a student gets?
So, sir, I would like to answer this question. So, sir, for PGD IE, the opportunities which students got was immense. So, in the brochure, in the past year brochures, we would have seen that the highest package is around 49 lakhs per annum. But this year, the students were offered 78.2 lakhs per annum as the annual CTC. So, that was one of the biggest opportunities for IE students. Also, the average for IE students is somewhere around 22 to 23 lakhs per annum. Whereas for PGD SM also the highest has gone up to 35 to 40. I'm not sure about this data, but the average for PGD SM is more or less same as it is at par with the PGD IE course, around 20 to 22 lakhs per annum.
Okay. So, guys, you can get an average package of 22 lakhs per annum. And Akshika, like, how much percentage of students do actually get placed?
So NIIT has a record of 100% placement in either SIP, in summer internship, and as well as in final placement. Approximately 33 to 40% of our seniors get PPO, pre-placement offer. So they don't even have to sit in the final placement. They get placed before final placement. So if you are doing very good in your internship, you get placed before your final placement. Like the end of the first year, you will have a job in your hand, and you just have to complete the course.
Okay. And Akshika, like if an average student gets into Niti somehow by cracking the interview and everything, how much change do have to make? They have to make to their attitude, their daily routines, in order to be able to accommodate the pressures and everything. Like, what would be the life at Niti?
So, as a GATES aspirant, I can say we don't have to make much changes because we generally have a habit of reading and studying from starting of our GATE preparation days. So there is not much change. There will be a change in the form of what we are going to study. We have to study a lot more about supply chain, a lot more about operational research and management. But apart from that, we also have to study about daily news and current affairs, as well as we have to do group discussions and prepare our resume. We have to be very focused on our resume because everything is getting asked from there only.
Okay. So, guys, as per your schedule, as per the hecticness of it, it is not much change because you guys are very accustomed to studying day and night. So that way, if you invest, I believe what Akshika has told us, if you invest the first 3 months very rigorously, you get an internship. And based on your internship, you can also get a pre-placement offer. And that will be great if in the first year itself you get placed, because then the next year would be like anything. It would be so wonderful for you because you just have to pass your course, and at the same time you can enjoy a lot. Okay. And the kind of placements that students are getting is enormous. The package of 78.2 lakh, you cannot even imagine that within a PSU or even through a MTech course. MTech packages are also very rare up to such an extent. So I believe this is one of the very, very unexplored opportunity that only a few students are actually chasing. But those of them who are chasing this, they are actually getting great advantage out of it. So Akshika and Lokesh, basically, I believe the timeline that we are in right now, you might already have gotten your summer internships. Can you elaborate on that?
So I have received my summer internship. Everyone has received. So we will be most probably joining in the month of April. The summer internship is a 8 weeks program where we will be interning with a firm, and they will give us a problem statement. So with the problem statement comes the deliverables. So what after the period of 8 months, what do we have to achieve, and that data we have to provide it to the company. So it is basically a problem statement. So and everything will be given by the company. Suppose I have given a problem statement of improving efficiency in a plant basically. So I will first go through the plant, looking what are the as is what are the processes right now happening. So I can see if there are some processes, those processes are redundant, so those can be removed. So this is just a basic example what I'm telling on how the projects in summer internships are usually for NIIT students. And it is not much of a big task. NIIT students this 1 year, they are trained well enough to tackle any of the projects given to them.
And Lokesh, what internship have you got? Can you disclose that also?
I have received internship in one of the leading fashion retail brands. I can't take the name right now, but yeah, one of the leading fashion retail brands.
Okay. And what about you, Akshika? What kind of internship have you gotten, and what kind of a problem statement would you be working on?
So even I can't reveal the name of the company, but as people say that in NIIT we are going to get problem statement as well as placement in only supply chain domain. So that's not true. My domain is strategy and business development, which is one of the most chased domain right now. In most of the IIMs also they are chasing this domain also. So in NIIT we get opportunity of various domains also. And along with various domains, as a GATE student, you also get your stipend here. So it's also like you are doing a MBA along with a stipend.
So Akshika, about this stipend, do you get this stipend every month for the 2 years, or it is during the internship part?
No, sir. The as a GATE student in MTech, we get stipend of 12,400. So here also we get a stipend of 12,400 for the 2 years.
Okay. And like if I explore more into the fee structure, what is the fee structure of Niti like? How much you have to invest?
So for the fee structure in NIIT, we have to invest approximately 12 to 13 lakhs. It is on the NIIT website, on the NIIT brochure. It is given there. That is the fees structure here. And even after getting into a company or in the internship, we also get stipend there also. So along with our GATE stipend, we are getting extra stipend also. So our fee structure is generally, it is 12 lakh, but after getting all the stipends and combining them, it is approximately 7 to 8 lakhs only.
Okay. And guys, you can easily take an education loan for that. I know during your BTech, you might have taken an education loan, but as the placement statistics reveal that most of the students are anyways going to get placed through NITI, you can easily pay that off, because if you are getting a package of 22 lakhs, even that, or even let us say you get a package of 15 lakhs. So that loan amount is hardly an effort of 1 or 2 years in which you can easily pay it off. So you need not worry about the education loan. You need not worry about the burden. If you are a really hardworking student, this is the place you should be, because this is where they are creating the leaders of tomorrow. This is where they are bringing the real change. And if you really dream of becoming a change maker, of becoming a leader, then that is the path that you should actually choose. So I would suggest that immediately you should go and explore the Niti website. Okay. And if you have any questions or any queries, because I have asked each and everything about the Niti courses, you can put that in the comment section. I'll try to reply that to the best of my ability. And if any student who is appearing for GATE 24 or GATE 25 preparing right now, you can decide your aim right now. You can decide that you are going to get into Niti, and accordingly you can start your preparation, because there is much scope after GATE. This is just one of the opportunities, one of the unexplored opportunities that we are exploring today. But there are many opportunities like this, and I'll try to bring them to you. I'll try and reveal everything about those opportunities to you. But you need to be very dedicated, very committed towards your GATE preparation. And if you wish to prepare for GATE 24 or GATE 25, it's high time that you decide and you join Unacademy as soon as possible, so that you can start your preparation before the others and stay one step ahead. And let me tell you one more thing. Right now, if you join Unacademy, you are not only getting 10% discount, but you are saving up to 27% on your cost. So if you join immediately using the code Ankit ESE, you can get up to 27% off. You should not leave this offer. We are starting a new batch from 18th of March, and that batch will cover all your syllabus for GATE. So GATE is a wonderful opportunity if explored in the right manner. Don't restrict your opinion just to MTech and PSUs. There are many other opportunities that can fetch a higher package than even the top PSUs or the top MTech courses. As we have seen with the story of Lokesh as well as Akshika, they left wonderful opportunities behind. They left even VLSI courses behind and joined into Niti Mumbai just to explore this unexplored opportunity. And at last, guys, I would like to wish you all the best. Since you have already gotten your internship, I wish that you also get your PPO as soon as possible, and you also can enjoy your second year. Because in first year, I believe these guys have become very serious after GATE preparation. I haven't seen such sort of seriousness in our students. But definitely, guys, you can expect your personality to be like them. You can expect yourself to be the leaders, to be the change makers if you join Niti. So this is a wonderful opportunity. And thank you, Lokesh and Akshika, for taking time out and guiding our students about this opportunity.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir,
so
for your
much.
time.
Thank you.